Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
The San Diego Council on Literacy brings you Literacy for All with your host, Jose Cruz.
Welcome back. I'm Jose Cruz from the San Diego Council on Literacy, and we're speaking to Gina Gianzero. She's the Executive Director of DEEP. That's the Diamond Educational Excellence Project. Let's see. We have some questions. I want to get back to the topic of the work that you're doing with DEEP. Can you tell us more about some of your partners and exactly what kind of supports they're providing to this collaborative effort?
Sure. So first and foremost, I have many partners who support us financially, and I am indebted to the Jacobs Family Foundation and the Parker Foundation for their continued belief in the value of this kind of collective work. And then we have partners who are organized around each of our strategic priorities. We have a good number of San Diego Council on Literacy affiliates who work with us on the early end of the pipeline, making sure that families are exposed to opportunities to build literacy skills. Yes. We work with Reach Out and Read. We work with Words Alive. And we also work with the YMCA Child Care Resource Service. And so we are able to work with family child care providers to make sure they can provide strong learning experiences for the children in their care.
Excellent.
Then we have a group of partners that we mobilize around our second strategic priority, which is about reading in schools. And those are primarily institutions of higher education. So we work with San Diego State College of Education, particularly the Department of Family and Child and Family Development, UCSD's California Reading and Literature Project, and USC School of Social Work. And each of these organizations helps us to prepare teachers, to work with parents, and to work with families of kids who may be chronically absent in the early grades, which we find is a real barrier to third grade reading. And then the final area where we mobilize partners is around learning beyond the classroom. And that's where we work with the arts organizations like Arts for Learning, Fern Street Circus, the science organizations like Elementary Institute of Science and Groundwork San Diego, YMCA, Jackie Robinson YMCA. So these are all partners who come together to provide powerful after-school enrichment experiences for kids in the community that actually do build literacy. And they do that by building vocabulary, building background knowledge, and providing life experiences that give context to anything they read in books.
Excellent, because you have to have that connection to meaning and the environment and such. And so here's where you have all these things coming together. Is it safe to say that in addition to succeeding as a collaborative, each of the partners also benefits because they're able to do some of the things that they weren't able to do individually? Absolutely.
And I think the quality of the end product is greatly enhanced because it has so many facets to it that address different needs. And we also collaboratively evaluate the work. We study the outcomes and we improve upon it. So there's a lot of value there.
Very good. Now, one of the things you're able to do is to in bringing these partners together, find the resources that you need to do the work to respond to the challenges that you're seeing in the communities. What are some of the things some of the reasons that you focused on the community that you're in right now?
So the first reason we went to this community is because the research showed that large percentages of kids were arriving at the local high school well below grade level in both reading and math. And at the end of 4 years, that wasn't changing very much. So we knew that we had to look elsewhere to figure out what were the roots of that problem. And one of the statistics that is quite concerning to us is the fact that 70% of children completing third grade in elementary schools in this part of the city still do not read proficiently. So we want to change that because we know that it's the opposite in more affluent communities where we actually have 70% of children reading proficiently. And this is really not an unacceptable reality.
Right.
And we know that the needs are quite deep. I love our name.
Yeah.
And that they require thoughtful, sustained investment over time, which is something that public school systems can't always provide.
You've done you've done a great job. I have to say this because I just know in talking to the current superintendent that schools get a little bit run down by good efforts, people who are well-meaning to help out. But as they say, as Cindy Martin has said, we want to do things with folks. We don't want folks to do things to us and for us. And you've done this in a very inobtrusive way, if that's a word, in a way that has made not just the partners comfortable, but also the principals. Can you talk about your relationships with them?
So first of all, we only work where there's an open door. So if there's a principal who's not ready for collaboration with us for whatever reason, that's okay with us. We do everything in close consultation with the principals. There's no program that will come on to a school site that hasn't been fully vetted by that school leader. And that does result in some of our programs looking a little different at each site because we are trying to fit into the school's priorities and needs and cultures, and yet at the same time retain our dedication to using the research appropriately and putting in place the types of supports that we know will make change.
Excellent. Now, you have done, I want to say it's your signature project. Maybe it isn't, so maybe I shouldn't say that. You tell me. Let's talk about your summer program because that has a lot going with it, and maybe describe it to us. Why is there a summer program, and how is it working?
So it's probably our signature project because this will actually be our sixth summer implementing it. And one of the reasons we did this first was because it was an easy way to mobilize multiple partners around a clear goal and get to action quickly. One of the criticisms of a lot of the work in this part of the city is there's a lot of talk and not that much action.
Okay.
This enabled us to really hit the ground running with a strong program. And a program that's badly needed because there's a lot of research out there about the importance of making sure that children have enriching learning experiences throughout the summer, particularly in low-income communities where researchers have shown that children can fall between 2.5 to 3 years behind their more affluent peers simply because of the summer opportunities they lack.
Right.
And there's a concern in Southeast San Diego because children now have over 10 weeks of summer vacation with recent changes to the school district calendar. We have used research to guide our work.
Yes.
And we provide a summer program to at least 100 children every summer. This summer, we're hoping to serve 120 rising second and third graders. And we provide them with small group literacy instruction, with weekly visits to the Outdoor Earth Lab where they learn hands-on science and they link that to writing. We have art, dance linked to literacy, and we give them an opportunity to learn circus skills.
Wow.
And in doing so, they set goals, they develop stamina, perseverance, self-esteem, all things that actually are quite critical to being a good reader.
And I know you're on top of it in terms of outcome measures. What are you seeing? What results are you seeing from the summer program?
So from the summer program, first of all, we have daily attendance that exceeds the standards set by the National Summer Learning Association. So we're up in the 90%.
Nice.
We also show that the vast majority of kids improve or maintain. Now, keep in mind, maintaining is important as well because we don't want summer slide, which means kids falling behind. So they grow or maintain in areas of fluency, phonics, reading comprehension, writing. They also improve in science, in their grasp of content, in art vocabulary. So there are lots of things happening. And let me tell you, parents love it as well.
Very good. It's working. We have about a minute and a half. I wanted to ask you, about the 1,000 Books program and just the importance of books in the work that you're doing.
So in a half a second, though, I need to say
Yes.
that if you want to support the summer program, please do visit DEEP's website, www.deepsd.org. And that's where you can help us make this summer program
I'm
happen.
supposed to ask you that question, too. How can we help you?
I'll run the interview.
Very good, Gina. Excellent.
But let me finish with the 1,000 Books. This is a great program that we're doing in collaboration with the San Diego Public Library, where we are challenging parents of children ages 0 to 5 to read 1,000 books to their children before kindergarten. It sounds overwhelming, but it's really more 1,000 times.
Yes.
You can read the same book many times, which is actually quite good for children. And we've got some great stories out of this. Parents who say, no, I can't do this, to we call them every month, and gradually they're celebrating 100 books, 200 books. They all get lanyards with little patches showing how many books they've read. They receive new books every time, thanks to the San Diego Council on Literacy. And it's really a very positive experience. We've got about 150 parents across our 4 schools enrolled in this program.
Excellent, excellent. Well, it takes a village, and you've created that with the folks from Jacob. Golly, we'd love to have you back, Gina. You've been a great guest, and our listeners are going to benefit, the ones that are listening now and the ones who will podcast this, to the information you shared with us. I hope you'll join us again.
Yes, thank you.
Excellent. I'm Jose Cruz from the San Diego Council on Literacy, and you've been listening to Literacy for All Radio, powered by WS Radio, the worldwide leader in Internet talk.
Nowadays, internet devices are an integral part of your home. Everyone in your family has a smartphone, tablet, or a computer. Life is easier knowing that all your devices are secured and your family can surf the internet carefree. ESET Multi-Device Security Pack does just that. One license for all your devices. With ESET, it's simple to stay protected and save money. Enjoy safer technology with ESET Multi-Device Security Pack at ESET.com. That's ESET.com.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Tired of presentations with no impact, no inspiration, and no traction? Do dull speakers have you and your team disengaged and distracted by smartphones? Christopher McAuliffe brings energy, insights, and 2 decades of experience, delivered with punch, humor, and heart. Your team will leave energized, uplifted, and with a sense of purpose. Visit ChristopherMcAuliffe.com to bring some heat to your next speaking engagement. McAuliffe. ChristopherMcAuliffe.com.
Nowadays, internet devices are an integral part of your home. Everyone in your family has a smartphone, tablet, or a computer. Life is easier knowing that all your devices are secured and your family can surf the internet carefree. ESET Multi-Device Security Pack does just that. One license for all your devices. With ESET, it's simple to stay protected and save money. Enjoy safer technology with ESET Multi-Device Security Pack at ESET.com. That's ESET.com.
Tired of presentations with no impact, no inspiration, and no traction? Do dull speakers have you and your team disengaged and distracted by smartphones? Christopher McAuliffe brings energy, insights, and 2 decades of experience, delivered with punch, humor, and heart. Your team will leave energized, uplifted, and with a sense of purpose. Visit ChristopherMcAuliffe.com to bring some heat to your next speaking engagement. McAuliffe. ChristopherMcAuliffe.com.